So I find them very different, the Peruvian and Colombian traditions. I think when people are looking for a ayahuasca path, because obviously there's so many different communities, even within the individual countries that have a lot of differences as well. And it depends what's best suited to the individual. So in Peru, when you drink the medicine, typically you're drinking bigger cups. It's not quite as reduced, although they will work with cielo, etc. there as well. But anyhow, in the place where I'd first started, it's big cups of the medicine. It's very bitter. You're drinking, gulping down bits of bark and everything like this. So the preparation's a little different in Colombia. We call it jahi. We call ayahuasca jahi. It's essentially exactly the same thing. Just go through a slightly different process. They'll basically raspear. They'll, shave off the bark first before they start mashing it down, and they'll reduce it so as it's a very syrupy liquid and very sweet, and you're drinking less of it. In terms of ceremonial style, the Peruvians will tend to have it in pitch blackness. It's very, very dark in their ceremonies, whereas in the Colombians, there'll be little candles around. There's a little bit more light. Another difference is that in the Peruvian style, what they'll tend to do is they'll tend to work with the Icaros to do the healing. Whereas in Colombia, there's more instruments and there's a lot more singing. It's singing all night. We're singing about God and starting again and family and love and nature and all these things. The Icaros and the music obviously both guide the plant to do her work. But I would say the Colombian style has a lot more community feel to it, I would say, and I feel a lot more kind of joyous as well.
Yeah, and I work with the Brazilian traditions quite a bit, and it sounds more like that. There's also basically there's no darkness, and usually the chief sings a few of his prayers in the beginning, and then there's a community singing of prayers together. We usually stand up and we lock arms, and then there's a call and response of prayer in their language, and then Nokivana, and then the guitars and the drums and dancing, and they say sola alegria, right? Everything is joy. So their approach sounds very similar to the Colombian approach, interestingly enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And another difference is between the Peruvians and the Colombians is that the Peruvians and the Shipibo that I would work with, they'll do a thing called a chupar to suck. So at times what you'll see is they'll put their lips to a patient and suck out the darkness. The shaman will do this and then vomit it out for them. It's not a thing that I've ever seen done in any of the Colombian traditions that I work with.
Yeah, the Brazilians do that too. It's interesting as you move up, that Amazon area, how many similarities there are in those traditions. I think the Ecuadorian traditions also, I know there aren't a ton, but yeah, that's it's fascinating. And the other thing that I appreciate about the Shipibos is their work with the dietas, with the plants. Do the Colombians have a dieta tradition, or are the shamans working with the plant? Yeah, just wondering about that a little bit.
Yeah, if people are looking to do dietas, this is what the Peruvians, the Shipibo, are renowned for, is the intense dieting of all the different plants. In the Colombian traditions, the shamans will diet the plants, but in terms of, patients going there to do dietas, no, it's not as much of a thing.